So the thing about life is happiness is the truth. I used to walk around through life looking for the answer. But what you find is um you know, you gotta respect your limitations. There are some things in life that if you can't do them right now, it doesn't mean you won't be able to do them in the future. It's just the fact that, you gotta be patient. It's like, sometimes you have to, go through the dirt to, sometimes there's a necessity it's necessary to go through like the dirt in order to be able to, you know, um, do whatever you want to do. So, for example, in my case, I'm trying to scream. At the minute, I'm trying to be able to cover a song like "Schizophrenia" by XXXTentacion. I had a pretty good cover of it before, but for me, it's still not. It's not that it's not good enough. It's kind of that, but it's not. It's not exactly that. Like I could, I'm pretty proud of what I did, but I do also feel that, you know, um, XXXTentacion's voice sounded a lot more grounded. Maybe is what I'm trying to say. It sounded a lot more. Yeah, it just felt very. It just felt, he was connected with the fact that he's a man, and do you know what I mean? It came from that grounded place instead of the place where I'm at right now, which is just trying to be smart about everything. I feel that it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but I just feel like I say, like right now in this moment right now, I just feel that I'm not ready to be able to scream like that, in the sense of, yeah, I can get a pretty good voice, from myself. I can cover it pretty well, but I'm very hard on myself, and I'm not the kind of person who walks away just believing things he doesn't know. But like kind of I'm not the kind of person to kind of just it's like it's either, for me it's like it's either perfect or it's not good enough, you know and it's like I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to be perfect. um because why not try to be perfect? Why not go for perfection? Why settle? Why have the lazy attitude to just settle? And it's just like it's a very stupid thing to just settle. um but it's like, I feel like I say, you gotta respect where you're at. You gotta respect your limitations, and the fact of the matter is where I'm at right now. I can't do it as a, let's say, as grounded as, XXX did it. My scream is not as grounded as his. um you know I feel that, I could have just stayed there and kept screaming, until I get the voice I want. But I just don't feel like I'd ever do it. I just feel that, I don't know. I just feel like it's just very ungrateful for, what I have accomplished. If I keep going at it, do you know what I mean? It's just be grateful, bro. You did a pretty good cover of it, and now the more you're doing it, like it's starting to sound worse. Yes, it sounds more grounded, but it doesn't sound as good now. I just feel that, it's kind of like, you've got to be able to, you've got to be confident and secure in yourself enough to be able to basically do things that don't make any sense. Because some people have the attitude of just keep working at it, just don't stop working at it. Why you going inside to get lunch? No, you don't deserve to get lunch because you haven't reached your goal yet. You know what I mean? um and you know, that sounds like it makes sense, you know. But the fact of the matter is you know, sometimes you just gotta do some stupid things. Sometimes giving up and just taking a break, and you know, you know, it sounds crazy, but you know, just the simple fact that you're a human being, like respects the fact that you're a human being, and you know, like literally just having a life that you love, even if that's a lazy life, could be beneficial to your voice compared to if you just work all the time. You know, you got to understand that you know, just because you sit there for hours on end, you know, playing the guitar or trying to sing or trying to scream as good as you can, just because you do it all the time, doesn't mean you're good. You know, it doesn't mean you're good. Just it's not. It doesn't mean time doesn't equal um you know, like how good you're gonna be at something. Like yeah, I mean, you know, obviously if you've been playing guitar for 10 years, you're probably gonna be better than someone who's just picked it up. But at the same time, you know, just because you sit there, you know, for example, okay, I've been playing guitar for 10 years. Um, but then there's a band like Arctic Monkeys, and I think they only played for like a year until they wrote like "I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor." And I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a very high opinion of my music and everything, so I personally think like, yeah, I have written music just as good as that. But at the same time, I mean, there are also people who've been, you know, playing for like years, you know, whereas, you know, like I said, Alex Turner just played for a year, and he's written one of the greatest songs ever. You know, I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor. Such a fucking good song, and you know, whereas like people just spend like years playing music and they've never written a good song or anything, or you know, because you know, it's like so time doesn't automatically mean you're going to be good at something. You know, just because you sit there and torture yourself, you know, just working like a, you know, just being a workaholic, you know, being obsessed because you need to achieve your goal. Like just because you're obsessed doesn't mean you're going to be better than somebody who, you know, doesn't give a fuck. You know, um, you know, somebody who's never sang in his life, just walking through life, and then after, you know, he's 30 years old, he's never sang in his life, he's never opened his mouth and sang, you know, which would be a really weird thing to, but you know, imagine that, and then after, you know, somebody finally says, you know, come join us and sing this song, and he's like, I've never sung, and he's just like, just try it, and then he opens his mouth and he's better than somebody who's been, you know, like Freddie Mercury, who's, I don't know, probably, you know, well, I don't rate Freddie Mercury, to be honest, but I mean, you know, just somebody who's been singing, you know, for like 10 years or some shit. You know, it doesn't automatically mean, you know, that just because you've been working harder at something doesn't mean you're going to be better than somebody who's you know, never fucking tried in his life. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything. I know that could be like, oh, that's unfair. It's like, yeah, but that's just the truth. You know, life isn't fair. Um, you know, you can spend your life working on something, and you know, it can just end up just being, you know, people you know, it's very easy, you know, just you know, uh life isn't fair. I mean, life isn't fair. You know, you got no control over um whether life is fair or not. Do you know what I mean? In the sense of, you know, sometimes life is gonna give you the middle finger, and you know, that's just how life is. You know, you only have so much control over things. You know, if you want to be able to scream at XXX yes, you can try and everything, but somebody who's just, you know, never tried to do it in his life tries to do it, you know, one day, and he's way better than somebody who's been doing it for 10 years or some shit. You know, it doesn't mean anything. You know, um, you know, well, you know, if you want to understand me, I mean, I guess I'm just always doing whatever I have to do in order to be happy, and you know, I just kind of just go with that, and I know it's you know, I realize I'm stupid and stuff, you know, but then at the end of the day, I mean, you know, I want to be happy, and like I said, there's an intelligence to being happy, I think someone who's happy is just a lot more attractive of a quality, and I feel that to be happy, I just feel like somebody who's happy is is going to produce some better things than somebody who's not happy. So I mean, that's just how I go about things. I just do whatever I have to do in order to be happy. You know, and taking a break. Putting, you know, um, giving it a rest. Not screaming constantly until I get it right. Just feels appropriate. Just feels like the thing that I should do in order to be happy, and then, I'll revisit it in the future, and maybe I'll be able to, do it just as good as Success Attention, just as powerfully as him one day. Maybe we'll have to see. All right, that's it. Bye.